2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Excited, thrilled. Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Denver Nuggets at Pepsi Center. Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz. They're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And make their mark early. And guys, last season, we saw the emergence of Gobert and Favors for the Jazz. Both were just phenomenal down the stretch, and Utah really played well after the All-Star break. Can they be the best defensive big man tandem in the league, Jet?
I'll tell you, this is like deja vu. It feels like I've been saying this all day, but this combination of size and length is hard to score against. I mean, they're a difficult team, but they did it at the end of the season when teams take the foot off the gas. They have to do it now when the lights are bright.
You know, both were top 15 in the league in blocks per game last year. Now I want to see one of them become a prolific MF scorer.
What's MF?
MF stands for most frequent. Now I want to see he's got to dominate both ends of the court.
MF scorer.
Thank you for the clarification on the MF. That's awesome. And you know what, Gobert, highlight reel guy. He'll come up with some jaw-dropping stuff.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are young, athletic, and hard to guard. Yeah, I mean, these guys are young.
That's my Gobert sound. Get it?
Hard to go Bear.
I wish I did. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Go Bear.
I wish I did. Here's Kevin Harlan.
The Jazz are away from home as they take on their Western Conference rival in today's game. We're live in the Rockies, the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, Colorado, as the Nuggets try to defend their home court. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. So the Nuggets win the tip. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the forwards are Hayward and Favors, Exum and Burks. They're back, and it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Exum. Dishes to Favors. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Favors has got the game going with his first points of the game for the Jazz.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
Here's Exum. Favors with the screen. In the corner, it's Hayward. Here's Exum. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Lonari with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. You were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
That free throw good from Gallinari.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. Took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Now here's Exum. And he gets the bucket. Now here's Exum. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Moutier kicks to Gallinari. Charity strike shot, and Hayward with the block. In transition, here come the Jazz. Strike shot, and Hayward with the block. Favors at the elbow. Transition, here come the Jazz. Now here's Burks. He's guarded by Chandler. From the baseline. Now they get it again.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Gallinari did get better and better over time, and he improved. He started to get back to his former self near the end of the season.
Yeah, had that huge 47-point explosion towards the end of last season. And listen, he's still a young guy and hopefully can continue to build after his injury woes.
That is good.
That's really the area where they like all of their shots to come from.
Jazz have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
The area where they like all of their shots to come
Here's Exum. Soft touch off the glass. Exum's got his second basket of the game.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside. Is this guy special or what?
Here's Gallinari. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Mike Malone had a few moments to share with me. As far as key factors coming into this game, he said that defense is their focus, and he added, our shot blocking really gives us that anchor inside and the foundation we need to be successful at that end of the floor. That's something we can count on, and of course, the rest of our defensive execution is just as important, if not more so. Kevin, it's always defense first.
Thanks, Doris. And as Doris provided the details, guys, the way they plan to attack defensively will be key early on, won't it?
Absolutely. And if that's the strategy, they've got to be full of energy, full intensity right off the bat.
And that's a real pillar to any successful defense when you talk about intensity. I mean, you can't go half-heartedly or halfway.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
The Nuggets trail by 5.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game.
Moutier kicks to Fareed. The Nuggets trail by 5. He dishes it to 4. Moutier kicks to Fareed. Out to Gallinari. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Gallinari's got 7 points in the game.
And we all know Utah is a very young team. Last year, only the 76ers were younger. Still very competitive given the age and the lack of experience from this group.
Now here's Hayward. Just 5 to shoot.
From this group.
Now here's Hayward. The 10-footer. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gobert. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident. I mean, it's what
an interesting fact about the Jazz and their age last year. At one point, they didn't even have the oldest starting 5 in the state of Utah. Now think of this. The starting 5 of BYU, Greg and I were just talking about this, had an older average than Utah did.
Yeah, amazing. You look at the ages of Exum and Gobert and Favors. It makes sense that that would be the case. Yeah, amazing. You look at the ages of Exum and Gobert and Favors. It makes sense that that would be the case.
Substitution here for Denver. Norkic checked in for Kenneth Fareed. Dixon comes in for Wilson Chandler. Will Barton, he's checked in for Randy Ford. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Miles checked in for Gobert. Booker comes in for Derek Favors. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Burks. And it's Burke in for Exum. Kicks it to Exum. Shot from 16. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse. You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot.
Gallinari against Hayward. And it's Denver with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. You're not going to see that.
And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting a trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
Here's Barton after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Here's Nurkic. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Burke. A three-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 5. Nelson dishes to Gallinari. The Nuggets trail by 5. Nelson dishes to Gallinari. Screen by Nurkic. There's the three. And the buzzer beater's good.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time. They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there. It also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Utah leading. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
Fareed and Nurkic in the middle. Boudier out there with 4. And it's Chandler in at the small forward. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And it's Chandler in at the small forward. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
Shooting two.
And that one misses.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
Gobert, he's checked in for Booker.
The wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
Gobert, he's checked in for Booker. He doesn't get the second one.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming into last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
Now, here's Burks. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Here's Boudier.
Job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Screen by Fareed. Boudier, no good.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
And the Jazz with possession here, following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay. Just 5 on the clock. Jazz with possession here, following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay. Fires the 3. 5 on the clock. Hood can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 4. Hood can't get it to go. There's the pass to Fareed. the pass to Fareed. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot.
And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Fareed excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness. For good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
And that one misses. Talking about Fareed, a rebounder extraordinaire. And his explosiveness, long arms, and huge hands help him compensate for his relative lack of size.
And he has that exceptional shot blocker instincts. I mean, the timing's there. He'll also steal the ball from you. The question now becomes, will he always be that role, effort, energy player, or will he develop eventually the offensive skills needed to see him reach the next level? Develop eventually the offensive skills.
The feed to Exum.
Reach the next level.
Favors sets the pick for Exum. The feed to Exum. Back to Gobert. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists in the game. The Nuggets trail by 4. Exum's got 3 assists in the game. Chandler outside. Screen by Fareed. And again, Denver no good. Utah's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And again, Denver no good. Exum kicks to Burks. Gobert the screen. Exum kicks to Burks. Gobert now here's Burks. Fareed defending. Now here's Burks. Fareed Chandler with the steal. Chandler with the steal. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Clark, they've been struggling to the paint. Nurkic the pass to Fareed. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. Moments like that are the ones we usually look back on.
And Jusuf Nurkic, really a big, good-looking young prospect. He's the guy that took Mozgov's place in Denver.
Yeah, originally Kevin drafted by the Bulls at number 16, then traded to Denver, as you indicated. His sheer size alone, 7 feet 280, that makes him a force on the glass. His sheer size alone, 7 feet 280, that makes him a force on the glass.
For Denver. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Gallinari in for Fareed. The Jazz also changing it up. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Favors. Hayward comes in for Hood, and it's Burke in for Exum. He's checked in now for Favors. And Utah has possession for Hood, and their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
And getting back to Nurkic, what makes him an intriguing prospect beyond his size is his exceptional balance. I mean, his excellent footwork makes him really effective in the pick and roll. He also possesses great lateral speed and quick hands for a big man. He also possesses great lateral
off the left rim and out. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Gallinari can't tie it up as that one misses. Utah shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Pass to Burke. Utah shooting an outstanding to the middle. Here's Gobert. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the basket by Utah. The shot by Hickson, no good. And it's the Nuggets with the ball.
And, you know, talking about Nurkic, I mean, his father, a police officer in Bosnia, according to the Denver Nuggets broadcasters last year. Dad is 7 feet tall and weighs a good 400 pounds or more. That's a big police officer there, 400 pounds.
Now here's Burke. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Now here's Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Gallinari with the rebound. Mudiay kicks to Gallinari. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Gallinari's got 12. Makes no mistake on the open For Utah, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Now, here's Burks. He's guarded closer and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
A different look for Denver. Martin comes in for Randy Ford. And Nelson is subbed in for Mudiay. Then for the Jazz, Lyle comes in for Gobert. And it's Joe Ingles in for Burks. Then for the Jazz, the Nuggets trail comes in for Gobert. And it's Joe Ingles in for to the paint. The Nuggets trail. Here's Gallinari. The game now all-time to the paint. 14 points for him.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment. A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
A chance here.
Out to Nelson. Lets it go from deep, and he gets it to go. And now a 3-point Denver lead.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
3-point Denver lead.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D
Now
had
here's
collapsed
Burke.
on it.
Guarded by Nelson. Now Burke by Nelson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Now Burke. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim of the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Nuggets lead by 1 from the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. We're back in a moment. Nuggets lead by 1.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We're back in a moment.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
They're playing with a sense of urgency, even though they're at home. Sometimes you feel so comfortable on your home court, the other team can jump home. But they know these fans have their back, and now they're well positioned to build a lead in the second half. But they know these fans
how do you think the Jazz were playing?
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive. Second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box out, battling for position. They owned the offensive really added up for them. Fighting through box out.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Utah. Favors and Gobert, the shot-plugging duo inside. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. And it's Exum in at the 1 spot.
You know, Kenneth Faried was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
Favors can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Faried.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3. And out of the gates here in this second
Mudiay dishes to Faried, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Park, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Getting back to Fareed, the numbers through last season tell a very interesting story. His field goal percentage has gone down every year, while his free throw percentage has gone up every year.
Yeah, his rebounds, assists, steals, block numbers have all stayed relatively flat. You know, he's making a positive contribution, but maybe not at the level of that contract extension he signed back in 14.
Utah Jazz saw one of the biggest year-to-year improvements in the league last season. The big part of that, of course, was their play on the road.
And, you know, Kevin, they nearly doubled their road wins from last season by getting 17 away from home. I thought they progressively got better as the season wore on. 17 away from home. I thought they progressively got better as the season wore on.
Up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told Gobert that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Now, here's Moutier. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Now, here's Moutier. Shot clock at 6. And it's Gallinari missing.
And for the Jazz on the road, they look to be a team built around defense now moving forward. That should bode well for their prospects as a tough matchup as a visitor. Moving forward, that should bode well.
Denver leads by 3. Moutier with the ball. And Burks picks him up defensively. Screen by Nurkic. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. For Utah, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. A nice shot by Exum.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did.
But boy, that was a nice job.
Going in there and challenging them like he did.
Hayward outside. He kicks to Exum. Back to Hayward. Hayward outside. Gobert with a screen for Hayward. Back to Hayward. Pass to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Hayward. Now, here's Exum. D right on him. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. D right on him.
You know, guys, Dante Exum is such a fluid, versatile athlete. Really shows great promise. Has tremendous size and length for a point guard. Can also play the 2. His rookie season last year, though, a mixed bag.
For Dante Exum, Greg, last season he didn't shoot the ball that well, and his turnover rate was what you might expect from a rookie, but his defense was good. In fact, borderline excellent at times.
That's a great point, Kevin. And you know what I like about Exum, when his shot wasn't falling, you know, he didn't allow it to affect the other facets of his game. He would find ways to contribute, and that's the kind of attitude that so many scouts got excited about when they were talking about this guy in the first place.
They can't make the second free throw either. It's in both in the first place.
And for Dante Exum, first point guard chosen in the 2014 draft, number 5 overall, actually, he was taken over 2 other very talented and arguably more proven point guards coming in, those being Marcus Smart and Elfrid Payton.
Here's Hood. The Nuggets getting the bucket. It's stolen by Foy. Here's Hood. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Moutier with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. With the ball. And talking about Dante Exum last year, he showed scouts were right when they said he isn't a finished product. He only shot 35% from the field. Put up much smaller numbers than other top rookie point shots, like what Smart and Payton.
But looking 3 or 4 years out, you may be singing a different tune. And Kevin, I think that's what the projections are when you look at this young man. He has length. There's a sweetness and a feel for the game that's raw, but still elite. That's why many scouts would still today take him over any other point guard in that draft.
Jazz trail by 6. Pass to Hood.
In that draft.
Jazz trail by 6. Let's go. Pass to Hood. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Yeah, look at the coach's face. Are you kidding me? And the expression. It says
here's Moutier. Here's Nurkic. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Here's Nurkic.
You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure.
Nuggets did have their problems on the offensive end, too, something that's rare for them, hitting the opening shot, the mid-range shot, and beyond being one of them.
You know, Kevin, how about being last in the league in catch and shoot field goal percentage? I mean, got a good amount of looks that way, but really struggled shooting only 34% in those situations.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Kenneth Faried. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. Will Barton, he's checked in for Randy Ford. And Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but they did give other teams some trouble.
That's a great point. And how about going 19-10 after the All-Star break? Another team that would have been in the playoffs if they were in the East. All-Star break.
And Nelson gets it to go. Nelson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hand. I mean, come on now. You know, he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Hurt. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hurt's got his first points of the night.
And you know, for the Jazz, you mentioned their post-All-Star break surge. I mean, that 19-10 record they had after the break was good enough for 6th best in the league.
They grabbed their own miss. Nurkic can't hit.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there. If he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall.
35 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Burke. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And really, the Jazz were a team nobody wanted to play after the break. They were over 500 against the rest of the West and had some big wins over playoff teams in the process.
Well, clearly, guys, Trey Burke is a guy who is talent, drafted number 9 overall 2013, grew up in Columbus, Ohio, went to the University of Michigan. But so far, you know, Greg, in the NBA, he's been a bit of a tweener.
And that's a great point. And part of the issue is, you know, he was a scoring guard in a point guard's body. And one thing that happens in college when you're the best player, it's a lot easier. Now when you move up to the next level, you have to change what you do on the floor to impact the game, and that's been a challenge for him thus far early in his career.
Interesting.
And you know, going back to Trey Burke, for a guy with a scoring mindset, he has some limitations there. His field goal percentage was under 40 his first 2 seasons. Part of that is because he doesn't have the explosiveness to get to the rim.
7-second difference, shot and game clock.
Because he doesn't have the explosiveness to get to the rim.
7-second Chandler with the ball. He's guarded by Booker.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
The dish to Burks. Puts up a 3. Good. The dish to Burks. Puts up a 3. Good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Denver on top, leading by just 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Denver's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Wilson Chandler out there with Gallinari. Then it's Moutier. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Faried in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And we've seen it all, guys. The Nuggets have been in free fall the last couple of years. Part of that is their play at home, where GA, they used to be invincible.
You remember back in the day, Kevin, I mean, one of the most difficult places to play was in Denver. I mean, you're dealing with the thin air, but that hasn't been the case here of late.
George Karl just prided his team on what they did at home.
You know, Denver ended with the 19-22 record at home last season, and that's a far cry from when the Nuggets would typically win 30 or more games at home.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Foy's checked in.
Win 30 or more games at home.
The Nuggets making a switch. Both shots good from the strike.
And you'd have to go all the way back to their dreadful 2003 campaign to find the last time the Nuggets went below 500 at home. Very strange to see them be just mediocre in this building last season.
Hayward can't hit.
To see them be just mediocre in this building last season.
Denver leading by 3. Moutier kicks to Gallinari. Denver leading by 3. Moutier kicks to Gallinari. The teardrop falls in. Gallinari's got 21 in the game.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's Hayward. Nice shot by Gobert.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Moutier kicks to Gallinari. Here's Faried. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
From him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical
Foy,
time
the pass to Moutier. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Rebounded by the Jazz. Burks kicks to Exum to tie it up in the game. Utah the rebound. Kicks to Exum to tie it up. Utah. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And we're about back to Faber. It's stolen by Moutier. Back to Faber. Chandler with the ball. And Burks picks him up defensively. Screen by Faried. Chandler with the ball. And Burks. Here's Moutier. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 5. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Defensively, they play with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points. Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes.
Perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Moutier, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, and Mark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead. So we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it. Other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
Jazz trail by 5.
And how about Moutier, guys? He has a very interesting upbringing. Born in the Congo, grew up in Texas, then spent last season in China. Already a very well-traveled young man for a player of his age.
That's good. That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle. That's much more effective.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. The Nuggets getting the bucket
each and every possession.
And so it's Utah here with Hayward goes in, accurate with a jumper from the elbow.
And you know, with Mudiay, you can't ignore what he does on the court. He has amazing size at the point guard spot, excellent vision, and is a natural playmaker for his squad. He has amazing size at the point guard spot, excellent vision, and is a natural playmaker for his squad.
Now here's Mudiay. Shot from 12. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
The shot by Hayward, wide open, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. The assist by Exum. And Boy kicks to Fareed. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
That ties the game.
Their rebounding has been
6 points for Derek Favors.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
The shot's good from Fareed.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching. They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. And a switcher also for Utah. Booker's checked in. Nurkic is checked in. And a switcher also for Utah. Booker's checked in. .151 left in the fourth quarter. Hayward kicks to Exum in the fourth quarter. Gobert with a screen for Exum. Here's Hayward. That's tipped. Gobert with a screen for Exum. Here's Hayward. Now, here is 4. He's guarded closer. He feeds it to Mudiay. From 11 feet away. No luck. Hayward with some nice D.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
He's got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Eventually get back on track.
.119 left in the game. Now here's Mudiay. Screen by Nurkic. Here's Foy with the 3.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one, Brian.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Exum dishes to Hayward. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Here's Moutier. Clark, a big-time possession here.
Tell you what, their hearts have to be racing right now.
Here's Moutier. Clark, a big-time from 11 feet away. The offensive rebound.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he brought his hard hat and lean mentality to the glass within the day. Hard hat and lean mentality to the glass within the day.
Seventeen seconds left in the fourth quarter. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Screen by Nurkic. Lets the three fly. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. We're back in a moment. We're heading to overtime. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. We're back in a moment. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. And so off the tip, it's Utah. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Denver. Filling out the wings, it's Foy and Gallinari. Nurkic is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Moutier in at the point. Now, here's Gallinari. Is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Moutier in at the point. And here's Nurkic to the right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's good. And it's 6 points for Emmanuel Moutier. Utah trailing here. Down low. Here's Gobert. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Moutier passed to 4. Screen by Nurkic. Moutier passed to 4. Burks with the steal. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And the Jazz lead by 2.
You might not have expected him to go for the steal there. But boy, oh boy, did it ever work out for him.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, at this stage of a tight game, all too often teams play not to lose it. And they would be in the lead right now if he hadn't taken a chance there. Play not to lose it. And they would be in the lead right now if he hadn't taken a chance there.
Checked in for the Nuggets. And Utah also making a switch. Derek Favors checked in for Booker. For the Nuggets. And Utah also making a switch. Derek Favors checked in for Booker. We play just over a minute here in OT. We play just over Here's a minute here in OT. Now 4. Here's Moutier. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Alec Burks. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Alec Burks.
Taking 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots. All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And Foy hits both of them.
Clutch free throws there, fellas. This one's a barn burner. Tight as me in an airport laboratory. Clutch free throws there, fellas. This one's a barn burner. Tight as me in an airport laboratory.
Your Nuggets dancers!
Hayward outside. Gobert the screen. Exum with a wide open look. Offline with his third. Denver shooting here about 46% for the game. From 10 feet out, it's stolen by Gobert. And here comes Hayward leading the fast break. It's stolen by Gobert. And here it's stolen by Moutier. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Moutier with the ball. And that one's good.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games. Terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays
Hayward right side.
Win basketball games.
Banked in off the glass. Hayward's got 19 points.
Well, that's simply a great move there, Kevin. He dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy baskets. Well, that's simply a great move there, Kevin. He dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy baskets.
Screen by Fareed. Moutier kicks to 4. Moutier with the ball. Screen by Fareed. Moutier kicks to 4. Inside. 5 on the clock.
Been a stellar outing in this one for Fareed. He's got 14 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
They really do. He is not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, you know he's going to be there to fight for it. Any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, you know he's going to be there to fight for it. Good
on the first, and that will put them up by 2. hit on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. Now here's Hayward. Feeds it to Exum. Puts one up. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
That is an elegant move to drop in the flow to their guy.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
What do you do with that guy? With his handle, he abuses defenders. What do you do with that guy? With his handle, he abuses defenders.
Your Nuggets dancers.
Here is Hayward. Gobert with a strand on up. And Fareed comes to help. Gobert with a strand on up. It's stolen by Foy. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws. You got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
Yeah, just a golden opportunity that's lost right there. Now, we still got a game.
Three-pointer, Hayward can't get the three to fall. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line. I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. They escaped with a victory, although they needed Clark an extra period to get it done.
So I think it was one heck of a ball game. Both teams gave great effort, and the bounces just went their way in overtime.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Gentlemen, standing here with Jameer Nelson. And what were the elements, Jameer, that helped contribute to this win?
Collective effort. I mean, we did things together defensively, first and foremost. And offensively, you know, we have enough guys to score the ball, and guys are playing together and, you know, trusting one another. And that's the big thing for us going forward. Guys are
Jameer, thank you as always. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much.
Jameer, thank you
and
as
that'll
always.
wrap it up,
Guys,
folks.
over to you.
For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game. Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Danilo Gallinari.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
It's all about the production. I mean, nothing really fazed this guy tonight. He was the primary option. They needed a bucket. It's all about the production. I mean, he didn't have any problem scoring. They never really had a way to slow him down. Come on. He didn't have any problem scoring.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. We're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. That's it for Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew. I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon. Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.